I think all of Steelers Nation can agree upon one thing. After, well, I believe it was Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday when this thing dropped, or Wednesday maybe?
I think it was the day we did our podcast. I think it was Monday, because as soon as we dropped the podcast, that video released, and you're like, oh, shit.
No. It would have had... When did we record Monday? We recorded in the morning.
Yeah.
So it might have been because I was on the air doing my radio show when it dropped. Like, I remember breaking news.
I think it was middle of the day Monday.
Yeah. So with that being said, man, I feel like when this video dropped, if y'all don't know what we're talking about right now, you must have been living under a rock, man. When Big Ben, number 7, dropped that video, all the Steelers Nation instantly became a lot more confident. And I don't even want to start this. I want you to take the floor because I know how you feel about 7. I know you. So tell us, when you saw that video, baby, what was your reaction, man?
Well, you sent it to me.
I couldn't help myself.
And what did I send back? I sent like 6 fire emojis.
Yeah,
like
some goats.
3 or 4 goat emojis.
It looked like a middle school like text chain that we were going back and forth. It's all emojis, no words, but it was fire.
I could try to pull it up. I think I mentioned something about him turning back the clock 5 years.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, man, like the video was awesome. It had all the elements. You have the pre-story or the beginning of what happened. He's on an airplane with his wife, I'm guessing. And I don't know if he was going to surgery or I don't know.
It would have been either going to surgery or recently out of surgery, because you hear like he doesn't even have the beard yet.
No.
And his wife is saying to him, hey, when you gonna shave it? Yeah. When I throw an NFL throw.
And you know what? He showed some personality there. You could tell in the tone of his voice, and
he was determined. He was serious.
It was something you don't typically see from Ben. He's pretty polished when it comes to press conferences and PR things, but it was nice because you got the vertical screen and just the behind the scenes look that you normally don't get with Ben. So that was one element of it, the beginning of the story, and then all of a sudden the music pops in. And then you see the drop back. Professional filmmaking.
Looks nice.
And there's a little pause, the black screen between him dropping back, and then all of a sudden you see a throw. And it was probably the best throw I've ever seen from him, really.
Yeah!
I don't know.
Why you downplaying it, Deke? Get up, baby, get hype!
It's hard for me to say that because we've obviously seen Super Bowl 43 throw, other throws, but considering the circumstances and how well it was shot, I think that has something to do with it.
Okay.
It really looked like he was letting loose there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because of the haircut and I talked about this at the beginning, man. Whenever people were ripping on him for his weight, he looks a lot leaner. And I've been saying this, it's the beard. It's throwing you off, but in that video, if you don't look at the beard, he looks trim, man. So that goes into me saying he's turned back the clock 5 years, and just his ability. I mean, dude, he looks good. He looks really good, man.
I like it. Now, before I give you my reaction, did you pause the video to see his body shape? I heard that was like a thing. Like people were really
I didn't need to.
Yeah,
actually, I didn't. I probably started to jump onto my computer 3/4 of the way through the video to start downloading it myself, so I could post it on my Twitter. I didn't even like really finish the video
because I heard like people really were doing that, like pause it to see like what his body looked like, what his arm looked like. I was like, this is the thing. I didn't know that.
So yeah, and then you obviously have the 2 throws to
James Conner and Juju,
right?
And then Switzer had a cameo in there as well.
Switzer was there, so you have that middle of the story, the apex, the peak of. Wow, he's back. Like this is what we really wanted to see, the climax of the whole production. And then you just get a little going out where he's trimming up his beard a little bit and
cause a little conversation, a little controversy here, man.
Tom Wolfe, go home, shut up.
Right.
That's
you see, he didn't spook me. I was gonna get mine. And I was like, nope, I don't want him saying nothing about me. I'm nervous.
Tom Wolfe just needs to shut up and go home. He just needs to stop it. But anyway, I mean, he's not shaving the beard fully. He's going to keep it trimmed. He's got the fade on the side and keeping the top a little bit longer.
A little comb over?
That's another reason I'm saying he turned back the clock 5 years.
I like it, man.
So I don't know if it's a new look for him where he's going for GQ Ben now. It's going to be a whole new thing.
Sex symbol, Big Ben.
I mean, I'm just feeling really good. And you talked about confidence. It was the first word you used. I'm really confident.
Absolutely, man. So for me, you already alluded to how hype I was. I was literally on air. First off, breaking news, like, oh man, Big Ben just dropped this, guys. He's throwing it. And mid segment, I'm texting you to let you know, like,
you were in
I was like mid segment, like, yo, Deke, this is crazy.
Wow.
Because I was that excited, man. So when I first saw the video, I think for me, a couple of things stood out. First off, like you said, the behind the scenes access. Ben, when it comes to his personal life, when it comes to those type of workouts and things like that, when have you ever seen him post a video? When have you ever seen him share that type of information? He doesn't do that. So that was big to me, seeing that he was willing to open that up to the public, to Steeler Nation. But then I take it a step further. Two things on top of that made me go through the roof of my confidence. Number one.
Through the roof?
Yeah, number one, Big Ben. He's not going to post that video if he felt there was any way he wouldn't be 100% ready to go by the season. He knows what that expectation does by posting that video. He knows that it instantly changes the excuse of, oh, is he going to be healthy? Is he not going to be healthy? When you drop that video, we all instantly said, oh, he's good to go. And it wasn't like the Steelers dropped the video. It was from his personal Twitter account. That let me know, okay, he's for real. He's 100% confident that he's back. That was my biggest question. Is he going to be good to go? Is he going to be Ben? Like, I don't want Benjamin. I want Big Ben. You know what I mean? It's a difference.
Benjamin.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Whoever calls him Benjamin.
Yeah, exactly. I need Big Ben. So seeing him post that video, that let me know in his mind, with the way he feels is, yeah, I'm back. I'm that guy. Get ready. So I'm like, okay, I love that. But then to take it a step further, I said, okay, granted, it was a short video, right? And the angles, they still wouldn't show because of how it was clipped up and edited. You still couldn't necessarily see how far the throws were, the zip on them, things like that, right? But no. But this is why I'm still even more confident, right? So obviously it was more of the highlight reel style video. You got Juju in there hype and they got the music, gets you going. But you couldn't really see the different things to try to evaluate it, right? Mm-hmm. But the next day, Ryan Switzer, he does an interview with Mark Kabali, one of the Pittsburgh beat writers. He's covering the team, been covering them for years. Great guy. Switzer tells Kabali, hey, man, I was out there with him and he had zip on the ball. You could hear the ball whistling through the air. He says, man, I'm trying to work on catching with no gloves, but my hands were hurting trying to catch this pass from Ben. So for me,
no restraints.
No restraints. And he said he was throwing all the way right, left, across his body. Hearing that from Switzer made me more confident. And I know people are going to say, well, what do you expect Switzer to say? But this is my thing. If that wasn't the case, Switzer doesn't do that interview and say that. If there was any doubt, Big Ben doesn't tell Switzer it's okay to go do that interview. Because let's be real about it. Big Ben, he knew the people that were going to be out there with him. He trusts those guys. He understands that, hey, if I told them in privacy or being confident, there we go. Trying to get those words out. But
I bought shit up all the time. It's
you
good,
know,
man.
But if he was trying to speak to these guys and expect them not to say certain things, he trusted them that they wouldn't. So the fact that Switzer went out and said that lets me know that Big Ben green lighted that. Big Ben said, yeah, you can tell them what I was doing. Like, let them know. And for me, that gives me even more confidence than just the video. Because like I said, with the video, I joked with you about, I was like, man, it was only 2 throws, but shoot, I mean, I'm hyped either way, but it's still hard to tell like how far it was, the zip, the velocity, accuracy, anything. But hearing Switzer, who's been in the league for a couple of years now. So, I mean, you can debate how effective Switzer is and things like that. But at the end of the day, he is a NFL caliber player. He's been in the NFL for multiple years. He's been a part of multiple organizations. So he's seen multiple quarterbacks. He knows what NFL caliber is and what it isn't. So I'm trusting his judgment on that. And for me, that's why I'm just like, dude, we're good. I said 16-0. You can make it 60,000-0.
Wow.
Like, that's just how I feel, man. Period.
Wow. And you know what, though? I know we only saw 2 throws and how the whole video was cut up and everything. Mm-hmm. We didn't get to really see everything. Correct. In terms of the ball velocity, like you mentioned, the touch on the balls and all that. But there is something to having a little bit of mystery. You don't want to show your hand too much right off the bat anyway. And then, you know how we are as humans. We like the stories. We like the mythology. And we're getting a little bit of that too. And what I'm thinking in the back of my mind...
We don't like the story. We like instant results. What are you talking about?
Deep down, we like stories, man.
We want the answer right now.
No, we're seeing it with this Jordan documentary. We love stories,
We want answer right now. Give it to me right now, man. I don't want to wait. You said it just so. Why we gotta wait till what, May for them to drop this documentary? Can they drop it earlier? Coronavirus going on, man. Drop it sooner.
Yeah, but still, the documentary was story, though.
You want it now. We want wins now.
The documentary,
I need to see it now.
The documentary is not...
I don't want to wait.
No. The documentary is not a stat thing. The documentary is a complete story.
I need to see it now. I don't want to wait.
And I'm starting to think, as I'm driving over here, Ben might be just the master of PR. I don't know what's getting leaked or what's not, but just think of the whole beginning of this journey until now. Beginning of the year with him going down with the Seahawks, you know, he's getting this surgery. I'm going to be motivated, but then there's stuff that comes out. I don't know who's leaking this stuff, but man, we're unsure about Ben coming back and all this. You know, is he completely motivated? Then Christmas comes around. You haven't really heard too much about the story. Yeah. Something gets leaked that, you know, Ben's having doubts about coming back. On Christmas Day, Ben comes out and says, "No, I'm more motivated than ever. I'm coming back." And then, you know, we go through this whole January and February, just mixed reports and, you know, all this type of stuff. And then all of a sudden, this video comes out, and it's awesome. Yeah. So I don't know who's orchestrating those strings, but what I'm trying to say is just the whole story and the ups and downs has got people hyped. So
yeah, man, I do agree with you in that regard. And I will say this too. I think that the way this video was released, because like you said, you can tell like this is Ben's personal, like people recording this. It's not team. It's not the Steelers or the NFL. Just because, I mean, the beginning of it is definitely done on like an iPhone. Like you see the camera, like the cut of it. But when I'm thinking of, if you're Ben and you're trying to fly under the radar, for example, you don't drop this right now, because during COVID-19, what is really going on from a sports standpoint? You have a couple UFC fights. You got NASCAR. Shout out to NASCAR. Just recently got into that. It's crazy.
What?
But, yeah, dude,
you're watching?
I'm watching that. I watched 4 hours of NASCAR yesterday, bro. It was nuts.
No way.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is this: when you drop certain stories, you know, if I drop it this time of year, it's gonna be big because it's nothing else, right? You know what I mean? Like, so by him dropping it now, that's like, when you talk about controlling the narrative, that's been controlling that narrative. That's been saying, hey, I understand that the draft happened. I hear people saying we should have done that, or we could have done this. I hear people doubting us in terms of the schedule released. Oh, who has the easiest schedule? Who has the toughest schedule? Which game is going to be this and that? I hear all of this going on. Well, you know what? Let me show you what's really about to happen. Let me show you why they call me 7. Let me show you why I've led this team for this many years and I'm a first ballot Hall of Famer. Let me show you. Let me remind you real quick. Oh, and I changed my hairstyle up. Let me, you know what I mean? So when I see all of that, it just gets me going. And that's why I'm rocking my Steelers gear today. My hair is carefree, just like Ben, because Ben is ready to go. He's ready to go. And I'm ready to go too, man. So 17,000-0. Let's go, baby. MVP, comeback player of the year, Super Bowl MVP. It's all happening this year.
I'm glad you're feeling it too. Bro. So that this will be something that we agree on whenever our predictions come out.
Absolutely. Well, I've already put it down there.
I know you said 16.
I'm not backing down. I'm not backing down, bro. Nope.